Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's journal prompt is a little unusual for me, honestly, because it's about something I find really mysterious and fascinating. A few days ago, I experienced the strongest intuition I had in my life, and ever since that day, I always tell people to never ever ignore what their body is telling them. A random feeling, a random thought, guys, they are not random, trust me. And women intuition, I believe, is the strongest. I'm not saying men are not intuitively strong, but speaking from a women's side, I will say that we women, we're kind of like more observant and not intentionally. Like, it's not that we are consciously analyzing someone or something, but just one look and we catch onto things not visibly present. And yes, I know, not every feeling is supposed to be an intuition. Sometimes they are our fears and sometimes it could be our paranoia. Speaking of which, this video is about how to tell them apart. Now, about the strongest intuition I experienced. Last week, I had a plan with my friend. She texted me that she wanted to get her nails done and asked me to go with her, and so I agreed and we booked an appointment. And on that appointment day, I had my brother drop me at her place, and this is where everything just started. You might think this could be random or it just could be my fear, and maybe it was, but I remember as soon as I got out of the car, I felt this really negative energy around me. Something was really unsettling. I cannot name it, but it was really intense. I couldn't even tell what it was trying to tell me. All I knew was that I felt really uneasy, but despite it, I chose to ignore it because I thought it was again my overthinking or I'm just being paranoid. And so I went inside her house, I greeted her family, and I went upstairs. But when we were about to leave, that unease, it was still there. And to my surprise, her mom, on her way out, she blurted out that, "Can you guys plan this someday else?" And as soon as she said it, guys, that unease, it was like someone just stamped on it. And I said okay. So my friend, she asked me why, and I couldn't tell her that we couldn't go because of some vibes, and plus my reputation of hanging out is really, really bad. So I thought maybe she would think of it as another excuse. But guess what? The plan postponed, and I cannot emphasize this enough, but guys, I am so grateful we cancelled, because on that day, a chain accident had taken place on the route we were supposed to take for the nail appointment. It even ended up on the news. Around 16 people died on the spot and so many got injured. And my mind is just blown. These are the little moments of our life we do not think about. The amount of times the Almighty Allah saves us is just, I just don't know. And I know some of you might take it as divine protection, which it is, but you cannot deny that it happened through the subconscious mind. The subconscious is always ahead of us, we just don't know it. So today's journaling prompt is about how to know it's your intuition speaking, and you can apply this to anything, a person, a situation, anything. So yeah, let's just get started. How do you actually recognize when it's intuition speaking? Your brain is constantly collecting information, facial expressions, tone of voice, tiny changes in behavior patterns from past experiences, and most of this processing happens below your conscious awareness. Long before you consciously analyze a situation, your brain has already compared what you're seeing with thousands of stored memories and patterns. Intuition is often the moment when your brain quickly summarizes all those subtle signs into a single feeling, and it says that you need to pay attention. And psychologists, they often describe this as rapid pattern recognition. Instead of slowly reasoning through every detail, the brain detects a mismatch between what it expected and what it's observing. So that small internal signal is simply your mind telling you that something deserves a closer look. So the first sign is that it is calm. Research on decision making shows that rapid pattern recognition usually appears as a quiet signal, not a surge of panic. And when the brain detects something inconsistent with past patterns, it creates a subtle alert, a pause that says something here deserves a second look. It usually feels more like a moment of awareness than an emotional reaction. And the second sign is that it does not build dramatic narratives. Fear and anxiety activates the brain threat detection system. When that happens, the mind starts filling in missing details with imagined scenarios. This is because the brain prefers certainty, even if that certainty is based on like assumptions. And yeah, so intuition, on the other hand, it works differently. It simply flags a detail, a tone, a reaction, or any mismatch, and lets you observe further instead of constructing a full story. When intuition happens, you know that it's intuition. It's not you being paranoid. You will know how to differ between them, and only through experiencing it will you differ. The third sign is that it does not rush you to judge someone. A genuine intuitive signal is usually about paying attention, not labeling people as good or bad. Human behavior is complex, and a single moment rarely tells us the full story. Healthy intuition encourages caution and observation rather than immediate conclusions. It leaves space for context and clarification and like more information. The fourth sign is that it stays open to correction. Healthy intuition functions like a hypothesis. It suggests that something might be worth noticing, but it still allows new evidence to change the conclusion. In other words, intuition invites awareness. It's not about certainty. So people who rely on intuition effectively usually combine it with observation, patience, and careful judgment rather than acting on the first feeling alone. And sometimes the most important indicator is this, that it brings clarity, not mental noise. When a thought triggers racing assumptions and constant overthinking, that's often the mind's stress response trying to protect you. Stress hormones push the brain into survival mode, which makes it easier to imagine threats that may not actually exist. But when the feeling is steady and simply encouraging you to slow down and observe more, make a thoughtful decision, you may be experiencing intuitive pattern recognition. Another interesting detail is that intuition often becomes stronger when the mind is calm and attentive. When you give yourself time to pause and reflect instead of reacting immediately, it becomes easier to separate observation from imagination. So the next time you feel that small internal pause, treat it like data. You don't have to accuse anyone. You should not jump to conclusions immediately. Just slow down, give yourself some time, and observe a little longer, and let more information reveal the full picture. And never ignore what your body is telling you. Instead, train it like a detective, and your life will become so much easier. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you had a similar experience like I did, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care of your health, and bye.